And it can just feel like a lot of noise sometimes when you're trusting Google and trusting other people more than you're trusting your own inner voice. Hi guys, I'm Melissa and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you are having a beautiful day so far. It is over 110 degrees here in Arizona, so I am staying nice and cool indoors. It's a little too toasty for this Canadian girl, so I'm just gonna hang out in the AC today. And if you are new to my channel, it is all about creating your best life, positivity, positive mindset, and really just focusing on being the best version of you that you can be. I love to share positive tips, ideas, anything that I feel will be helpful for you to overcome any obstacles that you're experiencing in your life and just live your best life. And today I'm going to be answering a question that I got in an email, and it is something that I feel could be helpful to a lot of other people who are going through something similar. Melissa, I've been watching your videos for over a year and they've been so helpful, so I just want to say a big thanks. I do have a question or topic that I would love to hear your thoughts on. How do I stop getting influenced by what other people are doing with their lives? Specifically, career. I'm trying to transition from my 9-to-5 job to working on my blog and online store full time. But when it comes to creating content, I keep comparing myself to other successful bloggers, and I feel like I should do more of what they are doing, even though it isn't really my style. I think I'm just spinning my wheels and getting myself confused for no reason. It's making me doubt myself and lose confidence. Would love to hear your advice. Thanks. Carrie from Seattle. Thank you so much for your question, Carrie. Honestly, it's so easy when you are at a more beginner level of something to feel that the people who have been doing it for 5 or 10 years are just superhuman and they've got something special that you don't have, and you feel like you're just trying so hard to compete because you're comparing yourself with them. So I just want you to take that whole concept of comparing yourself to all of the other people who are out there creating content and blogging and being out there on social media, and just put that aside, just kind of wash away those comparisons. And now I want you to really focus on you. I really truly believe that we have all the answers that we need for our own life journey deep down somewhere within ourselves. Everybody is on their own journey. So to compare yourself with what someone else has going on is really damaging to yourself, and it's not going to be effective. It's not going to make you feel great, as you know. And so what I want you to do instead, and this can be a really, really powerful exercise for this, I want you to picture you 10 years from now, the ideal you, the you that already has that successful online business. You've transitioned from your 9-to-5 job. You're making fantastic money doing your online store and blogging. And I want you to really visualize what that version of you looks like. And you can do this as a journaling exercise. I think that can be really helpful. And ask yourself honestly, what would that version of Carrie, what would Carrie in 10 years from now, super successful, super confident Carrie who has already quote unquote made it, what advice would she give to you? And the reason I like doing this is because the person who knows you best, the way you feel, what really works for you, what motivates you, that is you. That person is you and you alone. So when you can kind of envision yourself being guided by that future you, I find that that can be such a powerful way to not only motivate yourself, but really give you some clarity on what's really going to work best for you. Because we all have our own strengths. So if you're comparing yourself to someone, for example, who is making videos and super confident on camera, and they're great pumping out video content, and you're thinking, I've got to do that for my business, when really that isn't your forte, that isn't something that even appeals to you, but you happen to be a fantastic writer and you feel that you can really grow and improve your skills doing copywriting. If you can be honest with yourself and say, hey, you know what, I'm looking at that person and that really isn't the best route for me. That's going to be a bit trickier for me to kind of master that. why don't I just stick to what I'm really good at, to what I'm confident in, and really build upon those skills? Because there's no one way to be successful. If you want to have an online store, why don't you create an online newsletter? Why don't you create an Instagram account where in each photo that you post, there's a little mini blog post underneath it, and you are sharing information to your friends, family, potential customers that way. And in this way, you're really focusing on your own strengths. And this also helps to really develop your own intuition and trust yourself. I also really like this idea of having yourself be your cheerleader in your own mind. So it's kind of fun to picture your future self. Create a little avatar of what future Carrie will look like. You know, what are you wearing in 10 years? What haircut do you have? You know, what interests do you have by now? What holidays have you been on? And how has your business progressed? Get super, super detailed on this and have yourself kind of be your own fairy godmother in your mind. And so when you have a tough day and you're feeling defeated, picture that version of Carrie being your own cheerleader and saying, you know, you can do this, girl. You are so smart. You are so capable. Get back at it. Or if you have a question and you're really like you really need some good advice, instead of always rushing out to look at what other people think you should do and ask for advice, sometimes when you're out there too much asking what other people think, it can actually derail you and get you off track, because again, everyone has their own opinions, and it can just feel like a lot of noise sometimes when you're trusting Google and trusting other people more than you're trusting your own inner voice. So I really love this idea that when you have something that you really need to figure out in your life, meditate on that, journal on that, ask that future Carrie what she thinks. And what this does is it really goes down to the core of you, to that part of you that knows the answers, that knows your capabilities, that knows what would really make you happy in your life. And that's another thing, following what's going to fulfill you. Only you know that. You know, you could be watching someone else and they're chasing making $20 million a year, and that is their biggest goal, and that is what's going to make them really happy. If you're chasing other people's goals, you might attain them, and that's fantastic, but there is no saying that that's going to fulfill you in the same way that following your own life purpose, following your own passions will. And so I'm just going to read your question again to myself quickly just to make sure that I've answered it adequately for you. So you say, how do I stop getting influenced by what other people are doing with their lives, specifically career? So another thing is, and I've said this many times before, if you feel that the influence that you're getting from social media is not constructive, it is not inspiring, there really is this balance that you can find with social media when it comes to being inspired and then just getting completely intimidated and feeling inadequate and making you want to just throw in the towel. So if there's accounts that you're following on Facebook and, you know, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter that are making you feel bad about yourself, and you just notice yourself comparing yourself negatively to these people, then unfollow them. It doesn't have to be a forever thing, but right now, if you're just thinking, hey, I'm in kind of a fragile mindset area and looking at these things every day is just pulling me into self-doubt even more, it's not good for me, then just unsubscribe, unfollow, and just really reassess what it is that you are choosing to be influenced by. All right, I wish you all the luck with your new venture. How exciting. And just don't be too hard on yourself. There's no need to beat yourself up. This is something that is totally normal that you're going through. And I think the fact that you've even noticed what's happening and you've noticed yourself kind of losing confidence is good, because it means that you're self-aware and that you can, you know, take some actions to get yourself back on track and to get yourself feeling more motivated, more confident, and more sure of the specific path that you want to take. All right, thank you everyone so much for watching. If you're new, my name is Melissa Alexandria. You can find me on Instagram at MelissaAlexandria01. I love you so much. I am sending you so much positivity and joy today, and I will see you next time. Bye.